What's going on, everybody? Leo here from Daddy's Game Time, your friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture. Today I'm accompanied by
Rick
and
Francisco.
This is your friendly show, and today we're going to be talking about something really cool that happened this past weekend. I know it was the Video Game Awards, but that's not really something new, but something that is new, and that is news that happened, is the PlayStation Live experience. Did any of you happen to catch it while it was going on?
I saw parts of it. I honestly couldn't sit down and see like from beginning
It's
to
too
end.
early. We were working, bro.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but even then, even when I was here, I had my phone and I was washing dishes or.
I'll be honest with you. It is
Daddy
my day off from work. However,
You have Mondays
that
off?
morning,
I
that
never even knew that.
I
What?
got Mondays off.
what? No,
Wait,
it wasn't on
Sunday.
Monday. It was on
So what?
It was
I'm sorry.
Friday.
I'm sorry.
It was Friday,
I'm
wasn't
way
it?
off.
no,
I'm way off.
Saturday morning.
I'm way
Oh,
off. Dude.
that's right. Okay, I'm thinking of something.
I'm like way off. You threw me off because you said because of work, and I was like, yeah, I was at work.
So it was happening. It was happening,
So
but
you
I was
told your
doing
wife you were doing.
It was
We're
happening.
free.
I was
working.
doing a lot
I
of
was working.
housework around the house, so I was kind of in and out, and
Excuse me.
it got a little bit boring towards the middle. So I just went off and started doing stuff. Missed some of the big announcements, especially the biggest one, which is coming up right here. Let's get right to it, guys.
Face. Let's
boom.
go right to face.
Look at this,
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page. Well, let's see it from the beginning.
Do you remember
Someone
that
help.
story? What was going on with that? When The Last of Us was first released, in the first trailer, Ellie just looked exactly like Ellen Page.
That's right.
And that's why they named her Ellie. And then when Ellen Page came out and said, like, they didn't pay me for my likeness. What the heck? They had to take it down. And then they reword the character.
Huh.
No, the character, they did rework it, but it ended up looking the same. That actually
It
ended
still
up
looked-
looking. It ended up looking more like Ellen Page
Think so?
after they reworked the character, because originally the character looked more childlike.
Zelda logo.
I remember.
So originally the character looked more childlike, I guess you could say, and then eventually once it was reworked, she looked more like a teenager. So that's where we are. We're looking at the trailer right now. We see Ellie. This is Ellie with her big man arm, apparently,
Why
because
is she so bloody?
life's
Man
been
hands.
so hard, and this is after apparently she had probably killed somebody.
Who made that tattoo for
within
her?
the video game?
It's
We don't
one
know.
of those stick-on.
It's all a mystery. This is all part of the intrigue of this trailer. They're trying to get us to ask questions that obviously
See,
they
look
haven't
at that,
showed
Rick.
us
You see all
any
that texture
answers
on the
for.
wood? You see all those little graphically things that you don't really catch when it's far away?
Yeah.
They're there for a reason, bro.
Okay, what was that? The point of that?
Side
Anyways,
note.
anyways, this is all running in engine on the PlayStation platform. Obviously,
PlayStation 4?
this is probably PlayStation 4 Pro.
Plus.
Pro. So
Can't
this is
keep up
probably
with this name.
Bro.
This is probably running like on the highest settings on PlayStation 4 Pro. You can see she's
Singing.
tattered
as you
and
see.
worn, and
She's crying.
she's going through
Dude,
I
look at
guess
her, I mean.
like just hard times, because she's singing this really, really sad song,
And I'm guessing she killed those dudes?
and there's bodies all over this
Well, I think it's
abandoned
just one. I
house.
think it's just that.
And here we
There's that
see
one and then another one coming
Joel
up. Watch.
walking through the wreck and the murder, and well, who knows, maybe it was just self-defense, right? Because that's what these games are about, just being able to survive in this post-apocalyptic world
Two
where
bodies.
everybody's kind of going after each other, and also you're trying to survive from, well, let's call them what they are. They're pretty much zombies. They call them
Clickers?
clickers within this game universe, but they're kind of like zombies.
They just look at you and click. Die!
So here we have Joel walking in. He's talking to her.
What have you
He's
done?
asking if she's really gonna go through with this, and she says, "Yes, I'm gonna kill every last one of them."
As far as the story goes, I kind of like their zombie version better because...
They're faster.
Well, no, I'm just talking about in general because everybody, like, every movie, every game, it's either some kind of disease or a demon, right?
Oh, yeah.
As far as zombie, but this was, I think, like a more natural thing. It was like a fungus, like a bacteria, I think, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember their faces looked like mushrooms, basically, like the ones that grow on trees. I forgot what they're called.
That's right. Yeah,
They have those weird like shooting out kind of. They're like fungus.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that.
You know who jumped the shark as far as zombies goes? Resident Evil. And by jumping the shark, it's a reference back to Happy Days. Remember that show, Happy Days? When the Fonz actually literally jumps over a shark. And that's when everyone like, what the heck? And everybody stopped watching. So when a show or a video game does bad, they call it, they just jump the shark. It's done. So yeah, Resident Evil started going with like science and like, enhancements or whatever. It went away from the actual zombie theme. And now with Resident Evil 7, they're coming back, which I think we'll see a little bit of that.
And I'd like to take just a quick little time out. We are streaming live on Facebook and I want to send some quick shout outs to Magali and Celeste watching us. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Feel free to write down in the comment section. We are bringing you the show, but we are checking our trusty little phones here for interaction. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you just want to say hello, feel free to chime in. And don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, anyway. All right, so on to the next one. Boom, we got a lot of stuff happening here. Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. It's
I haven't seen this yet.
It's real, man.
I gotta admit, out of everything that I saw, this was what got me more excited, more motivated.
Right.
I don't like the way Rio looks. I don't know, maybe personal preference, but
I
Iron Man looks really cool.
I just hope, and I was talking to Leo before the show about this. So from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to 3, they changed the fighting, the mechanics. Remember they used to have the hard and light punch or whatever?
4 buttons.
Yeah.
Right. And then they switched to like attack 1, 2, 3 or something like that. I hated that. And because of that, I didn't even get into to part 3. I played a couple, I think, at your house. I think I played a little bit at my brother's house. But other than that, I wasn't like, I got to get this game. Like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that was like a game you want to get.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's no secret. We've done shows on this before here on Daddy's Game Time.
Mega Man looks cool.
It's one of our favorite, if not the favorite game that we three like to play.
Codename Bring It.
Yeah, codename Bring It On. So this is pretty much a continuation of that, and that kind of looks like Spawn. I'll be honest with you.
Who does that?
But he had his face
the dude
on
And he's not Marvel.
Like,
and he's not Marvel.
It's gotta be Marvel.
No, Spawn. I'm saying Spawn is not Marvel. So
no.
it's not Spawn, probably, most likely.
No, it can't
I like, actually, I know you mentioned you don't like the art style. I really do, because they're a little bit more proportional to real.
I like how Mega Man
real
looks
human. It's like real human-ish, like more realistic style.
He doesn't have that childish robot look anymore.
Right. And it looks really works well for the aesthetic of this game. Also, the other thing I love about it is they're basing the Marvel characters more on the Marvel Cinematic Universe as opposed to basing them on just the comics.
They made a suit for Iron Man.
Exactly. And who's this character? I don't know who that character is.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Or Captain Marvel. Okay. So, I mean, look at Captain America, man. He's straight out of the movie. I love it. I can't wait for this game to come out. Even if the fighting mechanics are like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, this is almost a day one purchase for me. I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to play it. It looks great already. And
it looks amazing, but just those mechanics.
Yeah, the mechanics, though, I wish they would just not mess with
you can actually direction it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I wish they would just not mess around with the mechanics from Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
All right, Pancho. You see how they were able to do the Infinity Stones? Before Marvel vs. Capcom 1 came out, there was a Marvel-only arcade fighting game.
Street Fighter vs. Marvel.
No. Was it Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I thought it was just all Marvel characters.
It wasn't Capcom yet. It was all Marvel, and it was Street Fighter characters.
Well,
and Thanos was the last guy.
The one that I remember in the actual gameplay itself,
Oh, X-Men versus Street Fighter. That's the first
X-Men
one.
versus Street Fighter.
And then it was Capcom versus Marvel.
But
Yeah.
it might have even been before those two games. It was a fighting game, similar style, similar characters.
X-Men versus
but
Street Fighter.
you were able to use the Infinity Gems.
Were you?
Yes. Every now and then, it would just randomly like pop into screen. Like, here you go. Just the time, the space. All five of the gems would just pop up, and you would collect one by one. You could keep them, like on the lower left screen or right, wherever you were at. It would collect. You would see the color of the gem, and whenever you wanted to use it, boom, you bust it out. So time, you went like faster. Power, you got stronger.
Segue into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After Doctor Strange, I think we have all Infinity Stones set up in the universe too.
Was that all five?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
So
I can't remember the name of the game, so I'm gonna have to look for that. But yeah, I remember I played that years ago, and I was like, "Wow, this is really cool. What are these gems? I don't know. This is awesome."
cool.
That does sound vaguely familiar to me. I'll be honest.
But speaking of that, so that's all five gems
I
revealed.
believe so.
So
it's the Tesseract.
Okay.
It's the
Thor, the
Underworld.
red one.
It's the Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
Purple one.
And then it's the Vision thing on his head.
The
Ultron.
orange one.
And then this one.
Or yellow.
Doctor Strange.
That's five.
That's five.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And I never knew.
I gotta watch Doctor Strange.
And I never. Oh, did we just kill it for him?
Well,
he didn't care. We talked about it.
Yeah.
That's right. And I never knew that the Eye of, what is it called? Eye of Agamotto or whatever.
Agamotto.
That was the time.
I thought I even told my wife when we were watching the movie, like I bet you anything that's Infinity Stone. She's like, nah. And then at the end, oh my god, you were right.
Yay!
You should have better. All right, so moving on, more PlayStation Experience stuff. The latest from my favorite current video game company, not named Nintendo,
Uncharted.
is Naughty Dog. They're just hitting home runs left and right with all these video games. And quite honestly, I think they're the single most talented video game developer out right now.
Aside from Uncharted, what else?
The Last of Us. They're responsible for what's that? Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot?
Hedgehog ripoff.
Oh,
yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
That's right.
The Uncharted series.
What is this?
The Last of Us.
I just remember Uncharted and Last of Us. Those were the only two that I could think of.
Is this Uncharted?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this looks really good.
Well, this is a side, right? A spin-off. This has nothing to do with the main storyline.
This is downloadable. From what I understand, I don't know if it's independent, like a side story, or if it's just like a downloadable episode that you get along with Uncharted 4. This is...
Look at this graphics.
So you have to own Part 4 to play this?
I think that the way they're doing it is the way that they did it for The Last of Us. There's an added... I don't know if you ever got to play it.
I never played it, but I remember we were talking about the wasn't it the girlfriend or something of Joel?
No, not the girlfriend. It was the girl, Ellie.
Uh-huh.
It was an extra expansion, I guess you could call it. But it was independent from the game. You could download it all by itself without ever having playing the game.
Well, because I heard that they were saying something like it was going to.
So I'm assuming this is going to be similar, where it's going to be part of the game, but you can play it independently of the game. Think of Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
Yeah, and kind of like episodic content from GTA as well.
Right. But that's built right into the game, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is... You can play this without ever having to play Uncharted 4. That's what I'm trying to say.
Amazing.
So, and I know you're impressed with the graphics, but this is exactly what I've been saying Naughty Dog has been doing for years and years, starting with the first Uncharted, and it's just been getting better and better and better as the years go on. My favorite types of video games are the ones that tell a really, really good storyline, and that kind of like pull at your heartstrings and make you care about the characters, make you care about the storyline. I have yet to have that one video game that makes me cry, but these have been pretty close. The Last of Us was pretty close.
You never played Chrono Trigger, huh?
No.
Dude, Chrono Trigger, best games ever.
So
I rented that like.
And it made you cry?
Dude, the story is very intricate for being a 16-bit game.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Anyways, you were saying, sorry.
No, so yeah, I mean these games are fantastic. They're some of the best ever. And
so is this a PS
so I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit.
PS Bro game?
Look at that. Facebook.
She's
That's freaking Messenger right there. Look
she's
at
on
that.
Facebook. She's communicating with her contact on the other end. She's supposed to meet her, but this is a very dangerous place. It looks like it's in the Middle East somewhere. It looks like this place has been tattered and torn up and bombed by
the Allies.
Probably us.
Yeah, the Allies.
Our country. I don't know, but
oh, look at that. Sorry,
What?
I had to point that out.
Go ahead and read that comment.
Celeste says you used to cry when I would call you a girl,
Look
but was that message to you or who was that message for? We want to find out. We're curious.
I'm gonna like that. I just liked it.
Hey, look at that. My brother's online. Hey,
Hey,
brother.
hey,
Go ahead.
money. Hey, money.
No, his name is now AJ Bishop.
AJ Bishop. Where
Yes.
Bishop? Where'd that come from?
I don't
Let us know in the comments. While you're at it, click like and smiley face and heart and all that stuff.
Yes, please.
Yes. So yeah, this is a very long, elaborate trailer, which I'm gonna be fast forwarding through it just a little bit. Those guys are looking for her. She kind of gets away from them, and she comes to the rooftop where she's supposed to meet this girl. And you like graphics, Francisco? Check this out.
Shit.
Okay, it's a better screen.
So
Whoa.
yeah, this is all running in game. This is not a cinematic cutaway. This is all running in game.
They're calling you out, bro, by the way.
So
It's,
yes.
That's like a scene right out of Pacific Rim right there.
Yeah.
You guys were laughing at the comments. I like those comments.
So this
comments.
is in-game play.
This is in-game gameplay.
That's hard to believe, man. Remember Mario Brothers? Look at how hard we've come.
We've
Imagine if
come
they
a
made
long
a
way.
Super Mario game like this.
Dude.
Obviously, it would have to be a little bit
fantastic.
more, a little bit more fantasy involved. But imagine looking at Mario. Imagine his mustache and his big old nose. Like,
Look at this. This is an Android phone. All the way. That's insane.
I believe it's the Sony Xperia 3 or 4.
it's got to be a Sony phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Check it out. See?
Mhm.
Movie Juice.
Movie what?
That's where he got it from.
Okay, Bishop. That's
Oh,
right.
Cool.
Bishop. That was like throwback character too.
So, who's this chick? Do we know?
Oh, she was from Uncharted 3. If you've played the
Oh,
games,
Did she just got
she was
shot in the face?
She was about to get shot.
a
by-
love interest to Sir Nathan Drake,
Sir,
and she ended up not being the one, you know.
Yeah.
But she
Ah.
is a very, very important character to the Uncharted series, and she can hold her own, as you can clearly see there. She's got the ones and twos. So boom, big reveal right here.
It's like you couldn't really tell
And
by
that's
the
it.
eyes. Already.
That's it, man. That I did see this
Get lost
while
in
it was
the-
happening live on the PSX, and
The trash union.
I was just floored. I was
Lord.
happy with the whole thing because
But
Typically-
come on, that was
typically-
no Shenmue reaction though.
typically
That was no
Sony.
Shenmue.
Oh no, the Shenmue reaction was for The Last of Us.
Okay.
For The Last of Us, I had the Shenmue reaction was like, ah! And here we have a throwback. Talking about
dude, look at that
throwbacks.
controller right there.
Look at that. Look at
That's
this.
insane.
You guys know what we're getting with this, right?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Parappa.
Jump. It's all in the mind. Oh, that was
the
such a
rapper.
fun game.
I
Parappa the
remember.
Rapper. I remember I did not have a PlayStation, but Rick rented. Did you rent it or did you own it?
No,
The game.
it came with the trial because I remember when I bought
It's a
the
demo.
I remember when I bought the PS1.
Now
In
in 4K.
4K. But look
Dang.
at that.
Look
It
at the
looks like
graphics.
Look at this guy. He's like, I remember when you bought. I don't remember if it was a console or a game, but it came with like a demo, kind of like a starter pack, I guess, if you will, and it had like 2 or 3 demo games on the disc, and this was one of them, and it let you play like 1 or 2 levels. And I remember I played it, and I remember this was like back in high school time, and I would like tell you guys like, oh, Parappa the Rapper, sorry, it's dumb. It's dumb. But I remember I made like such a big fuss about it, like, hey, raps, and you gotta match the buttons or whatever.
Yeah.
Way before Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, it was such a fun game. I remember playing I guess it was a demo, like over and over again. And now that I think about it, no wonder I kept playing that first stage over and over again.
Because it was just that. That was it.
Punch, it's all in the mind.
No, that was it for Parappa.
So our buddy Hideo Kojima
is this game?
released a new trailer for his game Death Stranding. And again, we get more dead fish
and
more dead sea life. Again, the theme of the babies.
When this came on, I remember I think I was like putting stuff away, and I just had my monitor on while I was in here organizing whatever, and I saw the Hideo coming out. Right, they presented him.
That's Guillermo del Toro.
Is it?
Yes.
I recalled it from somewhere.
Right there, man.
Awesome.
No
That's
wonder,
his
because
homie right there.
I remember seeing, or when I was looking at this, I was like, this guy looks familiar. Anyway, so
I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, who is it? I don't recognize him.
When I saw the Hideo come in, I was like, oh, and I think I even told you guys on the messenger, I was like, oh, dude, Hideo's coming out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I gotta see this, because the previous trailer was like, WTF.
What the heck? Yes. With what's his name from The Walking Dead?
Norman
Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
What the heck?
And when I saw this, I think I was equally stunned. I was like, what the heck is this?
Are those tentacles?
Yeah, they're like type
looks
of
like
alienish
an eel, yeah.
type of tentacles.
But see, I mean, even though you're still kind of, what the heck is all this? But it gives you a little bit more information than the other one did. Obviously, there's some kind of war, some kind of battle going on.
Yes.
The other one, the dude was just like on a bay, a river, a lake, something, and he had a baby in his hand, and there was like 4 or 5 flying witches or something that looked like, you're like, what the heck was that? This at least, okay, there's something to do with the baby. There's some kind of demonic war going on.
Alien demonic war.
I like that description.
Apocalypse.
Oh man, this is insane.
Yeah, these trailers keep getting better and better. I think that even if the game never comes out, if they eventually release enough trailers, you could like splice them all together and make a movie out of them.
What the heck?
Look at this; it's just so bizarre.
Guillermo del Toro. No wonder I couldn't. I was like, who is this guy? I've seen him.
Look at this. Jeez. It's so dramatic. The cinematography that they use
even
in these video games. And I know you guys aren't listening to the audio for this game, but it all just comes together so well.
The music?
Yeah, everything. I wish we could show this video with music and everything, but Facebook would take our videos down. If we put on some copywritten content like that. So for the meantime, you're gonna have to bear with listening to our
imagine
our sweet voices.
Just imagine the weirdness of the sounds. That's it. That's all you need. You can obviously check it out too. When you look at the video itself, you'll see a couple different renditions of this. Probably.
Look, you see this? They're all like connected to that guy somehow through those tentacles. And this guy's another famous actor. I just don't remember his name. You guys recognize him?
Yeah, from Rogue One, and he was also the bad guy in Doctor Strange. But I don't know.
There you go. That's right. Doctor Strange.
Those tentacles, man. They're all
they're just getting like
they're like aliens.
Awesome.
Actors.
They're like
awesome.
aliens that are taking over humans' bodies and just.
And you know that as technology keeps getting better, see, that's one of the reasons why I want to see Rogue One, because they're bringing General or Governor Tarkin back into Rogue One, and he's been dead for like more than 20 years.
There's something with
is that
the
an
baby.
Explosive? Like it looks like he's been
covered up with some.
He's been cut open at the belly. Something's gonna happen.
Dude, this guy. It looks like you're looking at a movie, like a actual recording.
That's freaking amazing. Death Stranding, huh?
Well, originally from old excerpts of interviews I used to read about Hideo Kojima, he would talk about originally he wanted to be
Mads Mikkelsen.
That's his name.
Originally he wanted to be
Guillermo. Are we sure that was Guillermo del Toro?
a Hollywood director.
Uh-huh.
And in Japan, well, obviously they don't have Hollywood. They got video games, which is probably
even
for
more
people
famous.
like us, probably even better. But so this was his next outlet to get out his creative juices in cinematography, and so that's that, you know.
I could see the resemblance, but I don't know if it was exactly him though.
Dude, who else could it be?
Yeah, so that I think that's Hideo
Well, there
Kojima.
you
You're
go.
doing
See,
things
it's
right
been
if you're
confirmed.
watching
Oh,
us.
okay, cool.
It's
I stand corrected. I'm human.
Yeah.
Are
Just
you?
because you
Are
think
you?
he's perfect, Pancho,
Look.
doesn't mean he is.
I do have a transparent chest, so
All right.
That's true.
So moving on away a little bit now from the PlayStation experience, which I thought was a great event, by the way, because typically they don't announce anything new. They just kind of reiterate the stuff that they've already announced and that it's coming along nicely.
Right.
And they're expected to be releasing at a certain point and try to boost their holiday sales up a little bit. But no, they did something completely different this time. They turned it into something bigger than what everybody was expecting, and they released the Last of Us 2 trailer. They released the Parappa the Rappa remastered series. They released this downloadable
In 4K.
content for the Uncharted game. They announced the new Street Fighter versus Capcom, or Marvel versus Capcom.
4.
So they had a lot of really good stuff, and that's just on top of like all the smaller announcements like DLCs that are coming out and demos that were coming out that were previously unannounced.
Right.
So I thought Sony did a great job for what it was. Typically, this would be almost up to par with E3 announcements. The especially The Last of Us. I mean, come on. You wouldn't expect The Last of Us 2 to be announced
The game was done
anywhere but E3. But
I just think it should have had a
Here it
different
is.
name. I would have liked it if they called it something like catchy, like The Last of Them, or
the beginning of us, or
something different. But
Yeah.
it's still good.
well,
It's still playable.
I read some online about that where they were asked about the title. Why The Last of Us 2? Why not something new? And the guy in charge, I forget his name. Maybe you can look it up for me if you have a moment. But he talked to the executives at Sony, and they said that they didn't want new characters. You know, like same universe, different characters. Because that was pitched to them as well.
either
They
Bruce
said,
or Neil.
huh?
Bruce Straley or Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann.
Duckman. Remember that show?
Yeah,
That was awesome.
seriously. Talk about throwbacks. Neil Druckmann was talking about it, and it was mentioned that that the executives wanted a continuation of the storyline. So obviously, when it's something that's going to be continued, then you're gonna call it for what it obviously is. The
Like Guardians
second
of the
one.
Galaxy Volume 2.
Volume 2,
Which
which is a
trailer, by the
continuation. It's just
It looks pretty cool.
yeah. So that's the answer probably that
You just wanted to
that you
keep
were
things
looking
in
for.
there.
Yeah, just keep it in consecutive order. So up next, we're changing it up a little bit from video games to some pretty beefy announcements in the tech world.
Oh, dude. This is nuts.
Francisco, I don't know. I don't know about this. You tell me more about
Well,
it.
basically, what you're seeing on the screen right here is the first ever Amazon store. This is a brick and mortar store. You can walk into the store and you don't even have to wait and register in line or anything like that. You have your app, you have your code, you scan it when you go into the door, and then when you come out, it knows exactly what you already got in your bag. So it will bill you later, see? Just like they show right there. So you don't have to show any money, you don't have to wait in line, grab your stuff, and leave the store. Done.
I like.
How freaking nuts is that?
Now you're saying it's nuts, but are you saying it's nuts in a good way?
I love it.
Are you excited for it? Tell
Look,
us about what you think
I
about
love
this.
self-checkout every time I go to the grocery store because I hate waiting in line, especially when you have those people that have to let me write my check and then take forever.
People still write checks.
Yes, exactly. So you just go into your self-checkout, you put your card, scan your items, and leave. And this way with this store, you don't even have to scan anything. That's nuts to me. You put everything in your bag and you leave, and that's it. What do you think about it, Rick? You seem concerned and conflicted.
I will admit that this is an idea that I think has been going on for a very long time. As technology, as progress in in general, right? In life.
Yeah.
Things need to be more efficient, more systematic, more quicker, right? I mean, I think they even have like a grocery store online where it automatically orders you
Amazon Go. I believe it's called.
This is called Amazon Go.
Okay.
But yeah, like if you're running
Amazon
out of
Now, that's what it's
something
called.
like that, right? But it remembers your history, I think, is what it does.
Right.
So if you're running low on soap, it's not because it reads that you're running low on soap. It knows that every month you buy soap, so it automatically sends you soap.
Okay, gotcha.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, as time goes on, this is something that in today's world, I mean, it's going to be needed and it's kind of expected. And I'm thrilled that we have that kind of
One second.
possibility coming real soon. But to me, it's kind of like, what would happen? Because you just scan your app or whatever, you walk in there, and you start grabbing whatever stuff. What would happen if someone is able to hijack your signal or your, not so much your phone, but get into your app, and they just start stuffing their bag with your things and walk out, and you get billed? Or
I think it has to do something with your app, with your phone, with your scan code. Because I know that Sam's Club is doing something similar right now, whereas you go in with your card, and every item you take into your cart, you have to scan it first and then put it in your cart. And then,
but that's a little bit more controlled because you have it here. I mean, unless you say, "Oh, here, go shopping for me." Who's gonna use your information? You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is like you saw. The lady scanned it. She walked into the store, put it in her pocket,
and that's it.
So what would happen if someone takes that phone or finds a way to how to communicate?
I'm imagining it has to do with NFC, near frequency communication, and every package and envelope where the food comes in or whatever item you take has that NFC. So when you put it near you, it scans it automatically.
Well, my 2 cents on this thing is, in a perfect world, it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't live in a perfect world, and I think there's going to be a lot of growing pains with it. And I'm so glad the kind folks in Seattle decided to be guinea pigs for this experience for the rest of us. Yeah. So thank you, Seattle.
If Seattle blows up, we know why.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not too excited. I don't mind paying in line at the self-checkout. I think that's good enough. I think there's going to be a lot of fraudulent issues that are going to be arising. Seattle's probably not going to get them, but you better believe when those stores come to the ghetto, when they come to a place like where we live in, you better believe people are going to be taking people's bags and putting stuff in their own bags or switching up the bags and taking stuff and not paying for them.
Not my president.
Imagine you
come
have
on.
your phone and it's doing the NFC or whatever. Oh, look at this bag of chips.
Click.
Serious, man.
It registered on your phone, and I don't know. I mean, it's an awesome idea.
Look, the argument is that a lot of people are going to lose jobs. There's not going to be any cashiers, any managers, blah, blah, blah. But my argument to that is that times are changing. You have to change with them. Otherwise...
And that's not a good argument, but I would use more like an argument like, hey, those people that used to do the job of cashiers and all that, now they're going to be doing the jobs of fixing the electronic stuff, and they're still going to learn. They're still going to have
the argument.
Stocking. They're
yes
still
and
going to be
no,
stocking
but that's
the stores because they're not going to stock themselves.
That's not really like I don't know, how would I say it? That's not really a national problem. That's more of a personal problem.
Yeah.
It's are you going to just stand there and not do nothing about it, or are you going to get better at?
Yeah, you're just going to find different ways of doing something. Yeah.
But show me what you have there next, Lee.
Yeah, so...
Before we go,
Celeste says you love nuts. Okay, moving on to Transformers. Brand new trailer. So let's start it from the beginning. I don't know why when I press your keyboard, it goes right to the middle of it. So here we have a cross with blood on it. Did I see that right?
We're going medieval.
This is medieval. We got dragons.
Oh, snap.
We got some, let's see, what's this like?
It's like Mel Gibson's Braveheart.
Oh, some Nazis? Nazis and
it's
dragons
going
and
across
oh
time
my.
then, huh?
Oh, Michael Bay. You know,
Oh, I
just to
love you,
amaze
Michael
me.
Bay. We
You
need way
are-
more explosions.
Oh,
This
I
trailer
hate
already.
This guy.
This trailer already has
I
not
hate
enough
this
explosions.
guy
Oh,
so
look
much.
from
It's Stranger
from-
Things.
No, it's from Batman 3
Oh.
There's Bumblebee.
when they blew up the stadium.
No, that's not
It's
Bumblebee.
Gotham.
That wasn't Bumblebee. That looked,
What is
looked like
this?
Bumblebee.
We're
Like
underwater,
a
I
bubble
guess.
butt, bubble butt.
And there's Optimus Prime's head. And
He's frozen.
Torso.
Oh man.
He's off in space.
Okay, what's the
Some
horn?
Sort of cornucopia thing.
The Hunger Games.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the Hunger Games.
They
Quarter
just
quell.
got all movies and put it together.
New Quarter Quell.
And Michael Bay started blowing them up.
You know what? I'd be surprised if what's his name shows up. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I would love to see
snap.
him. He was the best part of the Transformer movies.
He was good.
Well,
yeah.
Michael Bay
He was
was
good.
the best part.
The
He was the
first
second
movie,
best.
I love the first movie.
2017 already? I thought this would be way more off.
No, they've been
This-
working
that?
on this.
Was that Megan?
Oh, look,
Megan
they
Fox?
got the Terminator.
What? No, it's the Metal Gear, dude.
The cow?
Yeah, Metal Gear X.
Oh, snap. All right,
Megatron.
all right.
It's gotta be Megatron.
No.
Or Starscream. One
Oh,
of
he's
the two.
back.
Yeah, he's been in all the movies.
No,
You
but
know-
he
you know
wasn't
what
in
I
the
would
last
love
one
to
with,
see, like,
with,
Yeah, he was.
The
Was
guy
it?
who directed Mad Max, the Fury Road. Imagine if he would make his own style. In his own style,
Oh, it
he'd make a
wasn't.
Is that
Transformers
Megan
movies.
Fox?
No, it wasn't.
Oh my god.
That's what I
was
thought.
gonna be like,
Wait.
what the heck?
Oh,
He's fighting
was that
Bumblebee?
Optimus?
You know what? I know
Yeah.
you hate on those movies, but I love them. I
What
think
the
they're
heck?
great films.
Optimus went crazy, bro.
Yep. That's what happens. That's what happens when you hate on them. Dude, I just want to say this. I love the Transformers
The last
movies.
night.
I don't think that they were ruined. I think they were just given a new breath of life. Thank you, Michael Bay.
I hate Michael Bay.
So, that's our show for today. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be bringing you gameplay streams throughout the week, so please stay tuned for those as well. And until next time, thank you very much for joining us, especially to Fernando Altamirano. Big shout out to you, Primo. And also to Celeste Lopez. What's going on? Yeah. And also to A Money. Formerly known as A Money. Now it's AJ Bishop. Whoop whoop. From the movie Juice, right? That's character from the movie Juice.
Tupac's
Bishop.
character.
Yeah. And also Magali. If you're still watching us, hi. And until next time,
Hi.
I'm Leo with
Rick.
and
Francisco.
enjoy your games and love your families.
Very much.
All right.